All right, LBJ 101. This is the one I've been throwing my entire life. Started throwing this somewhere in the early 2000s. Probably made more money on this bait than any of the other baits. It's a pretty standard Eakins 5/16 jig, or any of the ball head jigs that are thrown. This is a custom one that I build. The things that are different about mine: a little heavier hook, as you can see. I made some trips to Texas a couple of times early in my career and met some 7-pounders that didn't like the light wire jig or the light wire hook. The rubber on this jig is a flat square rubber. It's hard to find, hard to come by, but it's still out there. Hand tied so that you are not having to have the problem with the skirt sliding down as you're skipping it on docks and underneath cover or wood or trees. It's always been a big deal for me to have those skirts hand tied. 15-pound fluorocarbon is usually my standard. I go as high as 20 sometimes, and I go as low as 10. Sometimes with the 10-pound test is when I'm fishing much deeper on clearer impoundments, say like Table Rock, fishing 20 to 25 foot deep with a 3/8 ounce jig on big line. It takes a while to get there. Always thrown this thing on the Falcon, which used to be called the Eakins Jig Special. Now it's called a finesse jig rod. It's a 6'10" rod. It's got the right action as far as the load of the tip. It has a lot to do with the action of the bait in the water. I'm convinced that it has to do with the bites that I get. Some of the stiffer rods, I feel like pop the jig a little bit too quick, too clean from rocks. And the biggest thing that it does for me is it really allows that loading action whenever I'm skipping. When you come back with the backhand on a cast, the rod really has that flex to it, you know, where it loads up and then unwinds whenever you come. It will really help a lot with your accuracy with skipping a ball head jig. Guys, I've made a lot of money on this. Everybody has really taken this thing and done a lot of things with it. There's a lot of guys using it. It's something that if you don't have in your arsenal, I would suggest that you do. It can get you paid also.